Hey, I'm Chris Ralph, the professional prospector, and I'm coming to you from a little placer area in Nevada, and this is a place I've never been to before. And one of the things I want to talk about today is getting out and exploring. There's a lot of guys, even guys who are successful, that tend to get into a rut. They find an area that they've had some success in, and they just keep going back to the same area over and over and over and over. And after a while, they just don't do very well. But they don't explore, so they don't get out and try new places. And one of the things about gold is that unless you're talking about a stream that has a lot of gold in it and some of the placers can reform, some of the concentrations can reform after a big flood, out here in the desert like this, the gold doesn't grow back. Once you find it, you can't come back the next year and find a nugget in the same spot because it doesn't grow back like a piece of sagebrush. Sagebrush, seeds come out, flowers, they grow back. But gold, it only grows back over periods of like geologic time, like millions of years. So I'm out here at a new place today because I'm out exploring. And I want to encourage you as prospectors, if you want to be a better prospector, you need to get out and explore new places. It's fun. You'll see different things. Now, I'm at this little known placer area in Nevada, and there's been some gold produced here, and it's coarse enough that I'll be able to use my metal detector to find gold here. But I don't know where the gold is. The workings were more at the mouth of this little canyon. That's where there was some commercial workings. But there's going to be gold up further, up like where I am now, because the stuff at the mouth had to flow down from someplace. There's a couple of little hard rock prospects up here, just showing that, that there's something that the gold came from, and there's little hard rock deposits. So I'm going to get out and I'm going to explore along the creek bed, places where maybe some of the old timers did a little digging, and I'm going to explore up at the hard rock mines up on the side of the hill to see if maybe they had some coarse gold that the miners found. Either way, if I find gold, I'll be doing great. But I wanted to take you along with me and tell you why I'm out here, because I get out and explore. If you're going to make a discovery, exploring is the way to go. I mean, one of the things I tell you, like I told you, the guys who keep going back to the same spot, eventually they don't do very well. You got to get out to explore to make big finds. And the big finds that you hear about, people finding, pounds of gold, it's because they were someplace that nobody's ever been before. Well, this is enough John for now. I'm going to get out and get my metal detector going and see if I can find some gold, and I'll bring you back in no matter what I find, good or bad. The gold isn't going to be just everywhere. So I got to try different places and find where it is. And I'll bring you back in and show you what I find. So I'll be right back. Well, I spent the morning exploring the upper part of the canyon and dug a bunch of pieces of trash. The old timers definitely were here. They definitely were digging. They definitely left a lot of rusty trash around. And, it's something you're going to deal with if you're out prospecting and metal detecting for gold, especially if you have a metal detector that doesn't really have a discrimination type system, which is what I was using. I was using the SDC 2300 this morning. I'm going to stick with it, but I've had lunch and I'm going to move to the lower part of the canyon now and continue my exploration. I know there's gold here. There's gold mined here. There's recorded production. That doesn't mean that it's going to be easy to find with a metal detector. So I'm going to get out this afternoon and put in a few more hours and see what I can find. And if I find anything good, I'll bring you in, but otherwise I may be finishing up this later this afternoon. One of the things about exploration is you just don't know what you're going to find. If I don't find any gold, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But that's part of why people don't do it, is because You know, the chances that you're not going to find anything are better if you're just out exploring in a place that you don't know. So anyway, let me go out and give the afternoon a push and see what I can find. And hopefully I'll find some nice gold, and I'll be able to show you guys when I come back at the end of the day. And like I say, if I get into a good spot, I'll bring the camera in and show you me digging some gold. So stay tuned, and we'll see what the final tally is going to end up being. Hey, well, I was going to film the last section out there out at the mining area, but it was just getting too windy and I didn't want the wind sound over the microphone. So anyway, I'm back at my trailer, and I just wanted to say that, hey, I spent the afternoon several hours kicking around there, digging a lot of targets, but that exploration trip, all I got for my trouble was a handful of dozer shavings, which is little bits of iron. As a bulldozer goes over bedrock, it scrapes off sometimes a little piece of iron. When it hits a hard rock, I got little bits of steel and bits of shrapnel from jackets on bullets, and of course little bits of lead from the bullets themselves. No gold. So there's a big lesson here for you in going through and doing exploration. You can't count on exploration trips always being productive. And in fact, honestly, most of the time exploration trips are not productive. But once in a while you get into something really good, and it's a place that you can go back to again and again, and that's why you do exploration. You got to get out in the field and try it. You got to get out in the field and do it. You got to get out there and explore, or you're always going to be chasing crumbs. That's what I really want to convey to you guys, is the power and importance of exploration, and to not get discouraged. One of the most important things about prospecting is persevering and hanging in there and staying with it and keeping going. If you give up, you know, you're not going to be successful. A guy I knew used to say that a metal detector in a closet gathers only dust. And that's kind of true for all prospecting equipment. If it's sitting in your closet or in your garage, it's gathering dust. It's only going to gather gold when you get out in the field and explore and use it. So let me sum this all up by just encouraging you guys to get out and explore and prospect and find yourself some gold. Now, I want to say, for a lot of you guys, you may want to become a better prospector. You may want to learn those skills of being a better prospector. And in order to become a better prospector, to learn all the skills that are necessary, the whole skill set of being an experienced prospector, I wrote a full detailed book about it. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my book and how to get it and what the advantages it has right now. So let me tell you a little bit more about my book. It's called Fistful of Gold, and I wrote it because I want you to be able to go out and find for yourself fistful of gold. And you can see that it's an encyclopedia with all kinds of information, pictures, and that sort of thing. It's not in color, but color would have cost me a lot more to have printed, and so the book would have cost a lot more. It's for sale on Amazon, and you can pick it up. I'll put a link in the description below. I also serve as the editor for a prospecting magazine. It's ICMJ's Prospecting and Mining Journal. And honestly, you should check that out. We got stories and information, legal stuff, everything you know to increase your skills as a prospector. I write articles in this every month, and a lot of other very experienced prospectors contribute to the magazine as well. So check the magazine out. Also, I have a website, and the website is at NevadaOutbackGems.com. I'll put a link for it in the description below, but there's gobs of information there that you will find useful in your prospecting efforts. Finally, I want to say that I really appreciate your comments and thoughts, and even positive criticism. Don't come on there and just toss out insults, because I'll just delete your comments. But if you've got helpful things to say and questions to ask, do write and put those in the comments, because I answer my comments to people, and you'll hear from me in responding to you. So if you've enjoyed this video and you like what you see and you're interested in finding out more, well then sign up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so they'll let you know when I post new videos. And like it and share it if again you see stuff that you really are excited about. And I'll be coming out with lots more new videos, and so we'll see you again real soon.